it unbelievable how, and I'm very careful about my words in life generally now, that anything you can say can make or break someone, and how words can shape people's lives forever. And you being a teacher, you would know about this. Teachers can say things to their students that will absolutely change their lives and, in a good sense, instill hope and uh, love within them. And then they can also do the opposite. How important is that for the way that you run your schools?
Yeah, it's hugely important. We don't have a system of punishments, but we do talk when people have done something that's damaging to people or property. And we talk maybe briefly or at length, and maybe over a period of months in some situations. But often they are just reality checks, which is what I'd call them. And students might call them something less flattering, because I'll say to someone, don't do that again, ever. That was really a dreadful thing to do. So I never want to, you must never behave like this again. You've really hurt this person. So that might be the end of the conversation, but it might be, as I say, a very extensive conversation. But I do tend towards trying to be realistic. So I don't deal in euphemisms. I don't deal in long, elaborate uh, waffle. I don't make long speeches. I just say, look, this is what happened, A, B, C, and this is what should have happened, D, E, F, and you need to think about that next time you're in trouble, or next time you lose your temper, or get upset, or get frightened, or whatever. So I tend to be fairly straightforward. I think we're just too euphemistic as a society. So people use expressions even for death, like passed over or something, and I'm like, passed away. I'm like, they died. It's I'd rather just tell it like it is.
Yes, yes. And I think there can be a lot of encouragement there too. I mean, a lot of kids don't have people at home that might see the brilliance in them, yet then they go to school and there can be a teacher that, people that I've talked to, I remember one guy, he was saying that he didn't have a dad and his family life wasn't great, but he had this teacher at school that called him brilliant. And he said, I didn't even know what the word brilliant was. I had to go home and look it up. But in my mind, I hung on to that. Like he said, from age 7, when it was said to me, I just thought, I am brilliant, I am brilliant. And that's what shaped him for the rest of his life.
Yeah. And Mrs. Scott in grade 4 had that impact on me, and Mr. Baddeley in grade 6, the two teachers who really changed my life, because they both were supportive and encouraging and warm and friendly and kind. And I really owe everything to them in many ways. But yeah, I had an ex-student write to me about 3 weeks ago, and I haven't taught him or seen him since about 1986, I guess.
Oh, wow.
And he sent me a book that he's written. And I read the book and I wrote back and said, look, I don't use the word genius lightly, but I think you're a genius. And I thought that when you're in year 9, and I'm reinforced in that belief by reading the book. So I will say nice things to people, but I won't say nice things and flattering things just for the sake of it.
Yes,
I'll say what I honestly think. And
yes,
if I think they're underachieving, I'll tell them that too.
yeah.
But I won't say that you're an idiot or something really horrible and insulting and degrading. I'll say, look, you don't seem motivated in this subject, and we need to think about why it doesn't motivate you. And maybe if we can find a way to motivate you to do it, then that would be very worthwhile.